Hi class! In this video I'll show you a few homework examples from section 1.5, Properties of Real Numbers. Okay, first I want to just remind you of the order of operations. You have heard this silly phrase probably most of your life. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. We will follow this particular order every time we solve a problem today. The P stands for parentheses, E is exponent, the M and D are multiplication and division. We will work those left to right if they both show up at the same time, and then addition and subtraction, which will also work left to right if they show up in the same problem. Okay, so let's get started with a few examples. Okay, this is evaluate the expression, write fractional answers in simplest form. This is 16 minus the absolute value of 3 minus 6 plus 5. I want you to first work inside of this absolute value. This is the absolute value of 3 minus 11 because 6 plus 5 is 11, which turns that into the absolute value of negative 8. So now I'm going to go back to the original problem and say 16 minus the absolute value of negative 8. We've talked about absolute values before. An absolute value is the distance any number is from 0. So negative 8 is 8 places from 0, so we can swap that out. This becomes 16 minus 8, which is 8. Next it says evaluate the expression, write fractional answers in simplest form. Okay, this time we have multiplication and division in the same problem. This is where I was saying earlier to work left to right, so that means we'll multiply first. 9 fifths times 2 fifths. 9 times 2 is 18, and 5 times 5 is 25. So we'll take that fraction, 18 25ths, and we will divide by the fraction 36 over 25. However, we don't divide fractions, we multiply by their reciprocal, so I want you to rewrite this entire problem. 18 25ths times 25 over 36. Now, before you start multiplying out these large numbers, because I don't want you to use a calculator, you can go ahead and do some simplifying first. So this 25 and 25 simplifies to 1 and 1. 18 and 36 both have a common factor of 18, so this will be simplified to 1 and 2. Now our problem looks like 1 over 1 times 1 over 2. Much easier to multiply to get a final answer of 1/2. Okay, next. Instructions are still the same to evaluate the expression and then write in simplest form. In the numerator, we have 2 exponents, so we'll work those first. This becomes 16 plus 36 over 2. Now we can add across. 16 and 36 becomes 52 over 2, and now we can simplify that to the whole number, 26. Okay, I have one more to show you on this video. This is evaluate the expression 1/5 quantity cubed. The first thing I want to show you is that we can expand this expression to 1/5 times 1/5 times 1/5, because that's what 1/5 quantity cubed represents. Now we can multiply straight across the numerator. 1 times 1 times 1 is 1, and 5 times 5 times 5 is 125. And that is in simplest form, and so that's your final answer. That's all for this video. Please let me know if you have any questions on this homework assignment.